Myanmar and Thailand were jolted by an earthquake of magnitude 7.7 on March 28th. The quake's epicenter was in the Sagaing region near Mandalay in Myanmar. It was followed by a series of aftershocks ranging from 2.8 to 7.5 in magnitude, with the most recent one occurring Saturday afternoon. So far, at least 1,000 people have been killed, nearly 2,400 are injured, and many remain trapped. Videos have emerged showing entire buildings collapsing. Why is this happening? Is Myanmar especially vulnerable to earthquakes? Why have the quakes been so damaging? Let's take a deep dive. Now, for those who don't know, Earth's crust is fragmented into tectonic plates. The edges of these plates are called plate boundaries. The tectonic plates keep moving at a slow pace. They slide past one another. They also bump into each other. As the edges of the plates are quite rough, they get stuck with one another while the rest of the plate keeps moving. When the plate has moved far enough and the edges unstick at one of the points, an earthquake occurs. Let's now look at the geography of the quake-hit areas. This is where Myanmar lies on a map, on the boundary of two tectonic plates. That is the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. This position makes Myanmar one of the world's most seismically active zones. According to an earthquake expert at University College London, the boundary of these plates cuts through the middle of the country. They move past each other horizontally at different speeds. This causes strike-slip quakes that are normally less powerful. But the one that struck Myanmar on Friday was arguably the biggest in the country in the last 75 years. In fact, it was the strongest one in the world in the last 2 years. Its epicenter was some 10 kilometers deep according to the United States Geological Survey. This means the quake was relatively shallow and close to the Earth's surface. This also means the damage was bound to be severe. You see, when the earthquake is shallow, the shock waves don't get dissipated as they move from the focus to the surface. And by focus, we don't mean just the epicenter, but the whole line of the fault. That is why Myanmar and Thailand experienced damage on such a large scale. The buildings received the full force of the earthquake and came crashing down. And just how prepared were these areas for the disaster? According to Reuters, considering Myanmar's size, location, and overall quake readiness, the economic impact of the quake could be as high as 70% of the country's GDP. The USGS has estimated fatalities between 10,000 and 100,000 people, a count far higher than reported by Myanmar and Thailand. The relative rarity of large seismic events in Sagaing also indicates that the infrastructure had not been strong enough to withstand them. Arzu Tawar for NDTV.